If you've ever been to New York City, you may have seen the Statue of Liberty. The 305-foot copper statue was a gift to the United States from the people of France and represents freedom and opportunity to those seeking a new life here in America. The figure is supposed to be that of Libertas, the Roman goddess of liberty and freedom. In one hand, she holds a torch, which represents enlightenment and lights the sky at night. And in her other hand, she holds a tablet with the date of America's independence, July 4th, 1776, written in Roman numerals. She used to be the color of a shiny new penny, but due to natural copper weathering and oxidization, is the blue-green color we know her to be today. We'll be using that same blue-green color to make our own clay Lady Liberty. Gather your supplies and let's get started. To begin, mix your green and beige clay together completely. Then mix in your blue clay. Once mixed completely, roll out your new blue-green clay into flat strips and apply patches of clay all around your foil statue structure. When you have your structure completely covered in clay, smooth over any bumps, bubbles, seams, or bald spots with your fingers. We've got to give our Lady Liberty some clothes. Let's start with the billowing sleeve on the arm holding up her torch. Roll out a worm of your blue-green clay. Flatten it with your fingers. Wrap around her arm slightly above her elbow. Leave off any extra clay, then smooth the ends into each other and the seams into the rest of the arm. Repeat this step again one more time, just above the first draped sleeve. Now we have a sleeve that continues down into Lady Liberty's dress. So take your flattened worm and have it continue down the side of the dress instead of wrapping around the arm. Then smooth out the seam into the rest of the dress. Make another slightly thicker flattened worm of blue-green clay and drape over the front of the dress, slightly covering your last drape you made. Let's make a foot for our statue. Using your fingers, work a mound of blue-green clay into a slightly curved rectangular shape. Then roll out 5 tiny balls of that same blue-green clay in decreasing size. Roll them into teardrops and place them onto the foot shape you made. Now your lady has toes. To add some fabric detail to the bottom of your statue's dress, take a large flattened strip of blue-green clay and gently wave the clay into the middle. Place that strip onto the bottom of your statue's dress, and repeat the step until you have a row of flowy-looking clay around the bottom edge of your dress. To complete the draping along the rest of the dress, keep placing flattened strips of blue-green clay all along the length of your statue's dress structure, with the bottoms of each strip covering the tops of the strips on the bottom row. Keep doing this until your whole dress structure is covered in draped strips of clay. Roll a thin worm of blue-green clay and wrap it around the statue's neck like a necklace, making sure to cut off any excess and smooth the ends together. One more sleeve to go. Take a flattened strip of blue-green clay and wrap it around the remaining unclothed arm of your Lady Liberty. Flatten out an oval of blue-green clay about the size of your structure's head, then place said oval onto the front of the head, smoothing over any seams. Moving on to the hands of the Statue of Liberty, holding items of much importance. Let's start with the torch. Place your pre-made torch into the raised arm of your statue and roll out 5 small balls of blue-green clay into long cylinders, placing one wrapping around one side of the torch's handle, facing away from the face, and the other 4 wrapping around the other way, toward the face. For the statue's tablet, work a ball of blue-green clay into a flattened square with an angled top, then place in the open arm of your statue. With a little bit of blue-green clay, make a little notched mitten hand to attach to the end of your arm and wrap around the edge of the tablet. Then make 5 more small cylinders of blue-green clay and place them onto the bit of clay wrapping around the tablet's edge. Now to make the Statue of Liberty's face, starting with the lips and smile. Work a tiny ball of blue-green clay into a flattened semicircle shape. Place onto the bottom portion of the face. Make another flattened semicircle shape and place above the first, smoothing out both the outer seams into the rest of the face. Roll a tiny worm of blue-green clay. Curve slightly in the middle and place at the corner of the 2 lips you just made. Then repeat on the other side. Roll a long cone of blue-green clay and place it down the middle of your statue's face, smoothing out the very top into the rest of the face. With a toothpick, carve out 2 holes on either side of the nose you just made. Then place 2 small balls of blue-green clay inside. Roll 2 tiny balls of blue-green clay into cylinders and place above and around each eye. Make 2 more even tinier cylinders of blue-green clay and place below and around the bottom of the eyes. To make the hair, roll 2 balls of blue-green clay into worms with tapered ends and wrap around the top of the face. Make more tapered worms of blue-green clay and place in a row covering the back of your lady's head. Now you can place your pre-baked headband piece onto your statue's head. For the iconic headpiece that this Lady Liberty wears, roll 7 balls of blue-green clay into cones, then place along the rim of her headband. For our final steps, let's add a flame to this Lady Liberty's torch. Take tiny bits of yellow and orange clay, slightly mix them together, roll the new marbled clay into a cone, then place onto the top of the torch handle and wave out the pointed end. And then you're done! You've made your very own clay Statue of Liberty.
No.